Well, hello there. Welcome to part 5 of my This is 60 series, where I'm sharing with you 60 life lessons that I've learned in the 60 years I have been on planet Earth. So today's segment is going to be focused on health, because I've had quite a health journey in my life, and I've learned a few things that I want to share with you. Number 1, it can't be about the size of your ass. And even though in my young life, in my 20s, it was all about the size of my ass, for me, working out, I was a talent agent. I was going to the gym really early before I would get to work at 8 o'clock. Like, I was driven. But again, kind of for the wrong reasons, until I was diagnosed with 2 different kinds of cancer in my early 30s. And that really shifted it for me. It was a rude awakening that if you have a health crisis, there's really nothing else except getting better. And that what a luxury it was for me to be alive is what I really took away from having 2 different kinds of thyroid cancer in my early 30s. And that shifted the way that I related to my body, how entitled I felt to anything, and how my gratitude exponentially grew from that experience. So I'm not saying that it's not nice to have a nice ass. It sure is. But that can't be the only motivating thing. Right? At least for me, it didn't work when it was. The overall umbrella of health is the whole thing. Number 2, make time to move your body every day, just like you brush your teeth. It doesn't have to be a lot, but do something. It's super dangerous to be really sedentary, and we are, as a country, as a culture, not just this country. It's really important. I work out pretty much every day. I'd say at least 6 days a week. Sometimes I take Sundays off. But if I take off, I still go for a hike. I still walk. I still do something. I recently got a walking pad that Chalene Johnson was talking about. Her whole thing is, and anytime you're on social media or watching Netflix, you could be walking on a walking pad. And I'm not saying it's not important to rest. It is. But there's easy ways for us to move our bodies. And it's so incredibly beneficial for your health. So find something you love. You guys know I post all my stuff of me jumping on a trampoline. That's what I love. I love dancing. I love Zumba. But because I'm doing it at home, really the trampoline workout with my fave, Michelle Brayler, that's everything that I need, because she also does weights and she also does plyo and yoga, and anything I need or want is from a subscription that I have with her. I mean, I think it's $5 a month on YouTube, but her stuff is amazing. And if you can't afford that, she also has so many free things, you wouldn't even have to do that. Anyway, number 4, again, hydrate, but actually do it. Drink a big glass of water before you drink your coffee, even if you don't feel like it. Find a way to slip it into your day. It's super important to hydrate for everything, for your body to run the way that it needs to run. And it's not about whether you like it, right? And if you don't like it, find a way to like it. Add fruit to it. Do something. It's that important. And not because I'm saying so. This is what all the medical people who I respect say as well. Number 5, you got to sleep. This is a really hard one for me, and many women who go through perimenopause and menopause. My sleep was fine until perimenopause in my mid-40s. And then it got screwed for such a long time. And I work my ass off to get between 7 and 8 hours. A lot of times I get less, but that's my goal. I really want to get it to 8 hours. I really do. Because again, I feel so much better when I sleep more. But sleep hygiene is really important, meaning I wear an eye mask. I wear earplugs. I make sure my room is super dark. I don't have my phone in my room. There's no blue light in my room. You guys can obviously look it up. It's super easy to find. What is sleep hygiene? What are the things that you could do to make it easier for you to sleep if you have trouble sleeping? I really just find that I have to prioritize it. I have to make a decision that I'm going to go upstairs to read by 9:30, let's say. Because if not, I'm still going to read for an hour. That's still not going to bed until 10:30 or 11, And that's okay. But if I go up at 10:30, now I'm not going to sleep until 11:30 or 12, and that's too late for me because I get up early and work out, All right, number 6 is oral hygiene. It is floss your teeth. I use an electric toothbrush at night, and I use a regular toothbrush in the morning. I use mouthwash. I floss at least once a day. I really do. I'm super into oral hygiene, but we also know that there's so many studies that connect bad oral hygiene with bad health. A healthy mouth is really good for a healthy body. So Again, none of this is like groundbreaking. The thing is, are you doing it? Because so much of the thing is we know it, but we're not actually doing it. So really good oral hygiene. Everyone will have a different take on that. Some people will say that using mouthwash is bad. Some people will say, do something to keep your mouth really clean. Brush your tongue. Use a tongue scraper, right? You can look into it, but it is worth doing. Number 7, advocate fiercely for your wellness. So whether that means telling your friends you can't meet them until after your class on Saturday, advocating for yourself with the medical community, fiercely. Ask questions. Tell them what you think, what your gut says. And if they don't like it, find another doctor. And again, this is assuming that you have the privilege of having enough money to pay for a doctor or health insurance. And especially in the US, it's so expensive here. It's just a crime. But if you do, and you do interact with doctors, I really want to just inspire you to advocate for yourself fiercely and know that you have a right to ask questions. You know, I would get the feeling certain doctors that I've interacted with in my life just want me to shut up, but I'm not shutting up. Not now, not ever, mother effer. So I will just find another doctor, you know, because I'm also not going to change that doctor, but I'm very, very discerning about what doctors I partner with. And I specifically say, I'm looking for someone to partner with on my health. They think I'm corny. I don't give a shit because I'm going to be getting in touch with you in that portal. I'm going to be asking questions. I'm going to be questioning why you're saying it. And if that doesn't work for you, it'll work for somebody who isn't you, you know? Okay. Number 8, reduce sitting time. Reduce just sitting and doing nothing. This is where a walking pad and I just got can come in, or you can walk while you're doing it. There's this contraption you can get if you want to be watching something on your phone, goes right around your neck. You could be walking around your house. Like all of this sedentary lifestyle is bad for everything, for all the things. And even if you have to sit, make sure that you're getting up once an hour to stretch, to move, to do something, take a walk around the block, come back in and go back to work. But we really want to reduce sitting time. You know, sometimes you just sit down and you could sit for hours and hours and hours. That is really not good for your health. Number 9, take relationship inventories often and make adjustments, right? Just because you've been in a relationship with someone for a very long time, I want you to be checking in with yourself. When I say do a relationship inventory, it's like, how are we doing? How am I feeling? How's our communication? Am I getting my needs met? Are they getting their needs met? Right? This is why I teach couples to do what I call a State of the Union, where every other week you just have a designated time. We do it laying in bed on Sunday mornings. Just how are we doing? Is there anything you wanted to say about what happened the other day? Let's talk about it, where we normalize talking about hard things, because our relationships have a massive impact on the quality of our lives. In fact, they're one of the biggest predictors of how satisfied we will be in our lives, is how satisfied and seen and heard and known we are in our relationships. And number 10, use clean things, right? Be mindful about what is in your body lotion. Do not put a bunch of chemicals on your skin, right? Use castor oil. Use coconut oil. There's all these natural things that you can use, but you want to ingest as much as possible clean food, clean lotions, clean cleaning products. I'm curious to see what would be on your list of healthy things that you know for sure that up-level the quality of your life and your health. I hope that this list was helpful to you. So this is part 5. So there's one more part. So keep your eyes peeled. And if you haven't seen the other 4 parts, go back and watch them.